It's the coming of the age of Aquarius. Well, welcome back to Aqua Goddess Tarot. Number one, please subscribe. Let your girl know she's loved. And Aquarius, we are going to jump right into this and let you know what's coming up in your Mercury in retrograde in this June-July period, which is going to be in Cancer. So, we're going to start here with the Moonology deck. And we're just going to give you some insight of what you're going to deal with. Of course, this is going to be in a water sign and you are an air sign. But what are you? You are the water bringer. Okay, you are the water bringer sign. So it's an important period for you too. It is a time for healing internally. So this indicates to me that you have some stuff that you need to heal. There's something that's happened to you over this time, probably what's happening with protests and probably what's happening to like with COVID that you feel deeply unhinged about. And people may not know this about you because you might be cool with everybody. You're probably not that emotional, but you have a lot going on within you. And so this is definitely going to be a time for healing for you. And you're very close to achieving your goal. There's something internally that you are searching for. And right now is actually the perfect period. This period in how life has unfolded has given you the perfect opportunity to really look down deep and understand what's going on in your life and everything that is like really important to you and things that need to be healed. It says a win-win outcome is in the forecast. So the special thing about you, Aquarius, is that we're in the age of Aquarius. So everything that embodies you and who you are and the energy that's natural to you is something that we as a collective are all going to be learning and embodying in reality and things like that. And because you have that, you being able to heal yourself in the Aquarius fashion is going to be able to kind of bring forth this win-win outcome. You taking responsibility for that is going to bridge the gap that you need to find peace and understanding in a very, very simple way. It's going to encompass all of your lower signs, like, you know, Aries, all the way to Aries all the way to Capricorn. Why was I struggling there? Aries all the way to Capricorn. And giving that energy forward. Surrender to the divine, full moon. So understanding that your universal power is surrendering to the universe. Like you understand really very well the law of manifesting. And so what you're looking for and the resolutions that you're trying to enact and bring forth into life will definitely come to be once you surrender to the divine, the full moon. And it's like you have that in your state. Like you perfectly balance your mental, your emotions, and a lot of your like physical aspects to be able to do this. The energy is gaining momentum. So this is internally, like you are growing leaps and bounds. So during this Mercury in retrograde period, you're going to be growing leaps and bounds internally. And there's going to definitely have a momentum that continues to forward, that continues to become bigger and bigger and like really grow and bring whatever it is that you're trying to do, which is, to me, you're really focusing on yourself during this period, this internal healing, because you understand that if you focus on yourself and you heal yourself, you unconsciously heal others by their ability to interact with you. They're no longer kind of having to deal with the riddle of, you know, when they say hurt people, you understand that if you are whole, that you change the universe and that the right things come to you at the right time as well. And so our next card is the Eight of Swords. So feeling like you're kind of being like blindfolded. A lot of your cards are upside down. It's a lot of internal work. So you feel like you're being like put in a situation where you're kind of being backed into a corner. That's how you feel emotionally. I'm not saying that it's necessarily a person. You might think it's a person, but I actually don't think it's a person at all. I think your soul is actually coming to a place where it has to be able to make a decision. Swords are all about decisions. And you're an air sign. So swords are all about decisions. So you have to make a decision and you're not being given a lot of insight. You're not being given a lot of direction about it. And because you're not being given a lot of insight and direction about it, you really have to trust yourself. So as you heal yourself, you're going to be able to achieve that goal that you're looking for because you're surrendering to the divine. You're trusting all of those aspects. And if you're not like, you know, spiritual or whatever, you could just say you trust yourself. Like you trust yourself so much that you know you're going to figure out how to get to the other side of whatever it is that you're dealing with. And the Seven of Cups. So This card is very interesting because it talks about you wanting something and what your goal and what your vision is, especially when it comes to the financial aspects. But it also is saying don't get too kind of lost or get too wrapped up in that emotional aspect or to the vices, you know, not the vices in like a codependent way, but like focusing on the wrong stuff. You're going to have everything you need. Honestly, it's going to come to you in droves. It's going to be like such great success and such great love and such great, like, you know, financial compensation, and your emotions are going to be taken care of if you surrender to the divine. It's almost going to scare you. Like, how in the world did I just, you know, go through this healing process, surrender, let the universe be, and everything I wanted came to me? And that's such a magical and powerful thing. And so with the Four of Wands upside down, all you really want is peace. And that's what you're looking for, peace and friendship, especially with you being an Aquarius. Friendship is so important to you. Like, this is what you want. Like, this is what you're struggling with. You don't like to see everything happening. You don't like to see people, you know, like, you don't like to see a global pandemic and people not getting the access they need. You don't like to see social injustice and people like police brutality. You don't like any of those things. So this is something, a part of your healing, where you're trying to heal yourself from these things that really, really hurt your feelings, because you are the humanitarian sign. And so your next one is the Two of Swords, where it feels like you, in the same situation, you have to make a decision blindfolded. You're not able to see what to do. Your back is against the water. You know, you have your swords, but the understanding of this is actually gives you a little bit more empowerment. You have both the swords. So where you can't use your eyes, you can use your ears, you can use your hands, you can use touch, you can use like all of these other senses, the vibrations of your feet, you know, all of those things. That's going to heighten your perspective. And as you become kind of like a Jedi master to it, you're going to be able to go through things and no longer rely on the practical things you used to, which was your eyes. What do you see? You're surrendering to the universe. You're surrendering to the divine. You're, you know, using the energy of the momentum to go forward and be able to do these things. So like here, you don't care. You don't give a fuck that you can't see. You're like, I'm about to tear this shit up. Like literally, like that's where you're at. And the Ace of Pentacles is everything about feeling like safe. You know, you want to be very giving of your money, giving of your time, but what this is indicating to me is that you just want to give others a feeling of safety because you are the humanitarian sign. That's what you so deeply, deeply, desperately want to do. And you can do that easy, no problem. But what you need to do is you got to work on your internal healing, because the way that the Aquarius works is that people are healed, or they learn from you by you just being an example. A lot of times you don't actually have to go out and do things with people. Like, you don't have to go out and tell someone to do X, Y, and Z. People learn from you by you being an example. So if you go in and you heal yourself, you're going to 100% empower other people to do it. So just work on yourself and you will give others a feeling of safety. So let's go in and look at your soul. So we have empowerment. Oh, I can't even make this stuff up. So empowerment is letting you know that just by being who you are going to encourage other people. Just that's all you need to do, Aquarius. You don't need to be focusing on nobody else. Just literally focus on yourself in the realization. So you're coming to this internal understanding with the divine, the universe, the source, and you have a very deep connection to it. So once you get that realization happening, all this stuff is happening internally. It's saying, let it happen internal. The cards are upside down. Let it happen internal. And once you do that, you will unconsciously exude that to the people around you. So Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed this. Stay safe, Mercury in retrograde, and also subscribe. Let your girl know she is loved. And if you want to see some more videos, you can go ahead and look at the celebrity reads and the pick a cards. So until next time, catch y'all later. Mwah.